Good evening, everybody. It is Buster, and it is day 4 of the Pre-Op Liquid Diet, having vertical sleeve gastrectomy with Dr. Adam Smith on February 5th. So we're getting closer to the 2-week mark, and today, like I said, was day 4 of the Pre-Op Liquid Diet. So I'll start with some stats. I started this whole thing at 506.4 pounds, and this morning I weighed in at 494.6. So that is a total weight loss during the first 3 days of the liquid diet of 12 pounds. 12 pounds in 3 days, which is just insane to see that kind of weight loss. So I don't know how long we're going to keep dropping that fast, but like I said, I'm pretty sure, dumping water weight and all of that good stuff here as we get started, and that will probably taper off. And again, really, the liquid diet isn't necessarily to lose weight, it's to shrink the liver down so that when they get in to do the surgery, they have access to the stomach. So today has been by far the hardest day and the worst day of the liquid diet to this point. I assumed that the little bit of drowsiness and fatigue I felt on Tuesday was kind of getting over the hump, but it turns out I hadn't hit the hump yet. So today, and really last night, I had really bad cramps in my feet and in my legs while I was sleeping, and I know that probably means I'm not getting enough electrolytes and enough water. I'm trying to get in as much of that as I can, but it is just a ton of liquid trying to get all this in throughout the day. And also, I think I'm getting into ketosis, and so I think part of what I'm experiencing today was what a lot of people call the keto flu. So I woke up this morning with real bad cramps in my hamstring. I could hardly walk for the first part of the morning, had to really stretch those out. And then when I got into the shower, by the time I got out of the shower, my upper back was so sore and cramping and tired that I had to dry off and go lay down. I couldn't even just go straight to brushing my teeth like I normally do. So it took me a while this morning to kind of get situated and get the, to get up and get out the door. I finally got to the office, and I had the chills real bad, and so when I got to the office, I sat in my car with the heater on like 82 degrees at full blast, just trying to get warm from the chills. So finally went into the office, and I wasn't there for a ton. I worked the first part of the day remotely as I was trying to get myself together, and so it just was a really long, rough, hard day. And but yeah, I got home tonight and got my soup in, feeling a little better. I'm still tired. I'm just tired and drowsy, ready to go to bed, and it's only like 8 o'clock right now. So I normally don't go to bed until about 11, but I think it's going to be an early night tonight. So I'm just ready to get past the fog and feeling just terrible today. At work today, I had to call the doctor. I was at my desk, and I wear an Apple Watch here, and there's this new feature on the Apple Watch where they will alert you if your heart rate gets high when you're not doing any movement, if you're just sitting around sedentary. And so between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, I had about 10 notifications on my watch. My heart rate got up to about 120 and stayed there for a couple of hours. And so I called into the surgeon and talked to them, and she wasn't overly alarmed. Wanted me to check my blood pressure to see how my blood pressure was doing. And then I put in a call to my family doctor shortly after the whole situation. Well, I don't know about situation, but shortly after making the phone call to the doctor, my heart rate started to come down. And obviously I'm a big guy. My resting heart rate is higher than skinnier people, and so getting up to 115 or 120 isn't completely abnormal, but that it got there and stayed there kind of was a little bit alarming. But I did some research that is Very common when you're going into ketosis, I've read, for your heart rate to go up, and it's also pretty common from what I've read whenever you're doing the liquid diet, and even once you have the sleeve done for once you eat, for your heart rate to go up. So what really triggered it is this morning I really didn't eat anything because I wasn't feeling good, and so I drank my protein shake on the way to work, and then when I got to work I was eating my my yogurt, and so my heart rate started to go up. But luckily we have a wellness manager, personal trainer on staff at work, so I texted him and asked him if he had a blood pressure cuff, and luckily he did. He came over, checked my blood pressure. It's probably the lowest it's been in a long time. It's 123/77. Typically I run about 129 over 80, upper 120s over 80, so not high, but not perfect 120 over whatever 80 is supposed to be. So it was good. So really they said as long as my blood pressure stayed down and didn't elevate, that I didn't need to go to the emergency room or anything. So I'm going to keep an eye on it over the next couple of days. I should get a call back from my family doctor tomorrow, so I may go in to see them tomorrow just to get checked out and make sure everything's going well. But otherwise, I think, it just kind of sucks. So there's really no way around it. This is, it's worth it, but it's hard. And we're day 4 in, so we have 17 days to go. It's a long road ahead. I'm just trying to take it day by day and get through, really just get through tomorrow, make it to the weekend, kind of taking it, a chunk at a time here. So once we get to the weekend, we'll be a third of the way there. And then all I got to do is do it 2 more times. So I'm hopeful that it will get easier. Everyone says it does. For the most part, get a little easier after the first couple of days, and so I'm hopeful that it's going to get easier. I'm hopeful that it's going to that I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to make it because not making it isn't an option, but it's hard. And the good news, when I called into the doctor's office, the surgeon, to ask about my heart rate, I was told that I could actually add in a little bit of broth during the day. And so I'm going to add in a couple of cups of broth at lunchtime tomorrow and see how that does. Really getting something warm on your tummy really feels really good when there's not a lot going in there sustenance-wise. So anyway, again, thanks if you've made it this far. I really appreciate it. And this is Kovu. He is, yeah, hey buddy, yeah. Well, Kovu wanted to make a little cameo, so I'll actually leave that in the video because it's pretty funny. Kovu is our cat, 4-year-old, and he's awesome, likes to cuddle. And anyway, yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.